सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। शांति शांति। In Taittiriya Upanishad, we are at sixth Anuvaka of Anandavalli. So we learnt about various koshas, Pancha Kosha, five koshas, Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha. And we can see parallel between those koshas and last five Vishnu avatars and stages of evolution, Utkranti, of the humankind. And for that matter, not only humans, but even animals. Because animals also, if we take an example of, let's say, elephant. So elephant 50,000 years ago versus today's elephant versus elephant of maybe 2 million years ago, they are different. So even animals, they also evolve. So similarly, humans, they also evolve. And uh, there was a question in Linga Mahapurana that every animal, uh, Brahmaji was asked that all the animals, humans are considered the best. But what about the rest of the animals? Aren't they best? Aren't they at their top of particular senses? If we take an example of dogs, they have better uh, sense of smell than the humans. Elephants or many other different birds or animals, they have better sense of ears than the humans. So how can we consider humans as the topmost? Only because humans have great minds? Uh, it's quite contradicting. By just using the mind power, humans are ruling the whole earth, all the animal kingdoms. So Brahmaji said that all the animals, be it virus, be it meaning very sukshma jiva versus bigger animals versus humans, there is very less degree of differences in their abilities. They are pretty much same, but they are expressed differently. So humans, even though they are ruling the world, in the past some other animal ruled the world. So similarly, that will keep happening. So humans, even though they are epitome of evolution, that's how we consider, but is not very different from other animals. If you look at DNA structure or mental abilities or abilities of various senses, humans excel by just 5% or so. It's not like somebody is at level 1 and humans are at level 100. If we consider other animals, for example, if they are at level 1, then humans merely at level 1.5 or 2. And by adding those extra points, maybe zero point 0.5 or 1 extra points, humans are ruling the world. So it's not that they are at the topmost, they are very different. They are very similar, some degree of differences. But the biggest tool we have is our mind. We think differently. We think different from other animals. We can develop. We kind of harness the creative power of the universe. The universe has that power. All the animals in various degrees, they have that creation power. But humans, they are excelling. So I think because of that, humans are considered at the top, but they are not much different. So various koshis like that, the five kosha, pancha kosha. So once we go through all the koshas, uh, if we go deeper and deeper in our sadhana, in our dhyana, then the sixth Anuvaka, we get to know Brahma. So it talks about the origin and nature of Brahman. The verse is Asanneva sa bhavati asad brahmedi veda chet अस्ति ब्रह्मेति चेद्वेद सन्तमेनं ततो विदुरीति तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य अथातो अनुप्रश्नः उत विद्वानमुं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चन गच्छति आहो विद्वानमुं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चित् समुष्णुता उ उ उ उ Meaning of that is, who believes Brahma is non-existing himself becomes non-existent. Who believes Brahma as existent, he is known as existent too. The body is Atma of the former, meaning Atma of the Vijnanamaya Kosha. We are talking about Anandamaya Kosha. Then arise the following questions. Does he who does not know Brahma ever reach that world on departing life? Or does he who know Brahma ever reach that world after departing life? So Rishi here says that there are two kinds of people, one who believe in Brahma and one who do not believe in Brahma. So who do not believe in Brahma, they will not exist anymore. And who believe in Brahma, they will exist. So if we look at current world, there are various belief systems. We believe, Hindus, Sanatanis, we believe in reincarnation, rebirth. Uh, Buddhists, Jains, Sikhs, they are also offshoot of Sanatan Dharma. They also believe in rebirth. But Muslims, Christians, Jews, uh, they do not believe in rebirth. They believe in this is it. This is one life. Once we depart, our souls just stay where they are, and on the doomsday, God will come back and liberate all of them. So that's their belief system. Similarly, there are other belief systems. Uh, so Rishi, even Taittiriya Upanishad, we are talking about Vedas times. So even in those times, people existed who did not believe in Brahma. So they had different belief systems. Uh, we have some archaeological evidences from Turkey or Egypt. There were societies, cultures, they believed in something different, very different from Sanatan Dharma. So they existed. Even if we look at the Ramayana, in Ramayana, the Suras or Rakshasas or Daityas, they did not believe in Bhagavan. Some exceptions like Vibhishan or Prahlad or those type of uh, uh, Rakshasas, they were again humans, but they were different. They were not different species, but just different communities. So many of them did not believe in Brahma and rebirth and all that. So Rishi is saying that our belief system might be creating uh, what we believe, meaning what we believe is manifested in this life. So let's say if I was born as a Christian, or maybe in a different life, if I was born as a Christian and I did not believe in rebirth. Some Christians today believe in rebirth, but hardcore Christians, they do not believe. So if my belief system is such that there is no life after, I wouldn't be born. But my belief system is that there is rebirth, I'll come back and I'll evolve. So then I will come back and I will evolve. That's the choice. Yes. So very interestingly, uh, there are many saints who could see the afterlife in this body, like us. They could see afterlife, and they said that uh, whatever we believe is what happens after departing. So, in one of the accounts I read, he that sadhu clearly mentioned that Christians and Muslims or Jews, if they are buried and they believe that at the doomsday they all will be liberated, so their atma stays there near their graveyard. They do not leave, they do not go anywhere. But Sanatanis, we believe in rebirth. So we take after birth, after this birth, when we depart, we go to different locals, and those locals are also part of the solar system. In the solar system, there are also various stages. So ultimate stage is Satya Loka or Brahma Loka. So once we evolve, we kind of started start liberating ourselves or going higher and higher in frequencies, depending upon our belief system and the karmas we burned in a particular life. So people who believe in those doomsday theories, they are ultimately waiting for Atyantik Pralay, because even in Bhagavad Gita or various Puranas, it is clearly mentioned that there are different types of pralayas. So some pralayas, uh, the all the life forms go back to unmanifested form, and they come back once the new life begins. But there is Atyantik Pralay. In that Pralay, the life forms that did not evolve, they also go through complete dissolution, being one with Brahma, complete reset. So that is Atyantik Pralay. So probably the doomsday theories or these belief systems of Christianity or uh, Muslims, probably they are following that path. So they are waiting eons to evolve. I mean, they are not waiting for evolution. They are waiting for just where they are, and doomsday happens, everything will be gone. Right. It's dead end, and they'll be stuck forever until that Atyantik Pralay happens. But even, let's say my births have been in the Sanatan Dharma, then I have firm belief in rebirth, and I have gone through that process. So even if, let's say, my Atma decides to be born as a Christian in next life, even though I'll be born as a Christian, I still have those memories within me. So I will believe in rebirth and burning the karmas. So even if I'm born Christian, ultimately I believe in rebirth, that cycle. So ultimately I'll go through that process and I'll come back as a Sanatani or different. Namaste. Right. Right. So if I am born Christian, but I still have belief of this recycle, rebirth, then I'll go through that process because my Atma chose to be Christian in this life. Still, my core belief is that there is recycle, there is evolution, and I'll keep going through that. Yes. And the greatest example is Sri Ma. Uh, Ma, M. His name is, I think, Muhammad, if I'm not mistaken. He was born Muslim in Kerala. He went to Himalayas in his very young age, and he met Shiva Goraksh Babaji, Mahavatar Babaji, and he did sadhana. And even though being born as a Muslim, he went through this Sanatan sadhana. Then he could see his past lives, that he was Sanatanis all his lives, but in past two lives he chose to be born as a Muslim to experience those life. So he was born in Arabia in one life, next life uh, again Iran or that area, and then in this life he is born in Kerala. Even though he is a Muslim, but he still has that core belief of Sanatana. And in this life, he he burnt all his those past karmas. So now he is on the path of complete liberation, and he is a great guru. He teaches many different things, Kriya Yoga, and he is very popular. He also visits Dallas region sometimes, and his experience he has written in his autobiography. So there are people like that, but for us it's contradictory. Like being Muslim, how can he believe or how can she believe in these things? But because his core was Sanatani, though he was born as Muslims in couple of lives, just to get a different experience, the Atma chooses the birth. So maybe we are here in America, somebody might think that maybe I should experience what they believe. I want to be well versed in that and will come back. So that is quite possible. So whatever we believe, that belief system is manifested basically when we leave this body. So if we believe in Brahma, Brahma is there and we exist. If we don't believe in Brahma, Brahma is not there and we do not exist. Bottom line. So that sadhu I'm mentioning, he is from Karnataka, but he is well versed in all these Indian languages. He knew Gujarati, he knew Hindi, he knew Marathi, maybe 15, 18 languages he knew. And he was well versed in each and every single language. You wouldn't guess that he is not, let's say if I'm talking to him in Gujarati, you wouldn't know that he is a Gujarati. But basically, he was from Karnataka. He mentioned that the core belief of Sanatana is Vedas and Upanishads. So all these sannyasi lineages and various Siddha lineages. So once we leave the body, those exist in the very next realms, very next locus, next to locus. All these belief systems exist. So uh, various sects we see. So they create their new groups. So once somebody believing in particular sect or sampradaya leaves the body, his or her guru is in those two next locus and they guide them. But people who are real rishis like saptarshis and all, they are in the final locus, the tapa loka or satya loka, and they are above any of the sampradayas. They are above any belief systems, and they are truly liberated atmas. But they chose not to dissolve themselves, just to guide humanity. That this is how things work, and this is the ultimate reality. So just as a light beacon. So they are staying there just to guide humanity. But this sampradayas and everything is next to locals. Beyond that is all without any belief systems. The pure or core Brahma and Brahma's knowledge or Brahma Vidya that exists. And well, that book is in Gujarati, so I, even if I share, you won't be able to read it. But it's very, very profound. In very short, small booklet, this sadhu he explained everything that what happens. So we believe in Atma leaving body, 13 days, all the processes we do. So since we believe all this, the Atma that departs the body stays near the house for 13 days. And after the 13th day ritual, the body leaves. I mean, that Atma leaves. It, it depends upon the karmas, right? So whether that Atma is going to get the next body immediately or will do some next locus based sadhana, will spend some time there, learn something new, and come back with uh, evolved Atma with some new experiences. So it again, every individual is different. So, and I have experienced this. Even my wife is witness. Maybe she remembers or not sure. But when my father departed, uh, my son was very young, maybe 5 years age. So after cremation, we came back home and just entered the home, and right away my son, who was 5 years of age at that time, he said, Dada, grandpa is staying here. I did not pay attention. Uh, so we went through all the rituals and everything. 10th day, 11th day, 12th, and 13th day, the final rituals. After final rituals done, all the relatives left, all the friends left. All of a sudden, he was sleeping. All of a sudden, he woke up and ran outside the home, pointing upwards. Dada is going. So, a 5 year child who does not know what is happening, maybe he is aware that there is no grandpa is no more, but he is not aware of these 13-day things and rituals and all that. But that's what his experience, and I was shocked. First day, I did not pay much attention, but 13th day, I was shocked that there is truth in all these things. So whatever we believe, our Atma follows that. And depending upon Prarabdha karma, Sanchita karma, Vartmana karma, it goes through next birth. And if we are lucky enough, if we meet a guru in this life, that guru, even though the guru is in body or not, he'll guide us or she will guide us in all these processes. So we have like a shield. If we have guru, then we have a shield. And we shouldn't be worried of anything else. Finding guru versus having guru, meaning guru comes to you, the process is guru teaches us how much we follow or how much we cannot follow. It really is immaterial. As long as guru is there, if we take diksha from guru, he or she will guide us throughout our journey until the evolution happens. Again, guru, there are sampradayik gurus. Right? Sampradaya, I am talking about the next two levels. So those gurus will take us to those two lokas only. But if we really want to know Brahma, if we really want to know what is Deva, God, Paramatma, then we need to have a guru who has that capability. So who is real Rishi or who is real, who knows Brahma, who experienced Brahma and can guide us. So it's nowadays it's very rare. It's like finding needle in haystack. There are a lot of gurus in today's world. YouTube, right? YouTube, TikTok generation. They know there are many things happening in this world, and it's very hard to find real guru. But there are really great gurus exist who are at the level of Tapaloka or Satyaloka, and if we are fortunate, we'll meet them, and they'll guide us. So it's a blessing, true blessing. Correct, different person. Right. Atyandik Pralay, right. Well, look at it this way. Their karma is such that they need to stay here. They cannot evolve. They are bound to their karmas. Right? So when we say that Atma does not leave this world, they stay in the graveyard, means their mental body, Manomaya Shari, is still with them. So they go through all these experiences. Even the booklet I mentioned, he clearly said those Atmas who do not evolve, they still have their mind with them. They feel hunger, they feel pain, they feel joy, all these things. So they are constantly in a hell. When we talk about Swarga and Narka, so Narka is when you have your mind with you, when you leave the body. When we leave the body, if there is no mind, then we are in Swarga. Yes, as simple as that. Or our mind is evolved, I would say. Somebody might not have evolved to shade of Monomaheshwari. That is quite possible. So in that case, the man is there, but the man is more joyful, more in uh, a happy state. So they will experience all that. So people who do not believe, they all lived in their life. Even some Christians, they are very good humans, right? We experience them, and they believe in humanity more than the Christianity or whatever their core belief. So even though they do not believe in rebirth, they stay here, but with their happy mind. So for them, it's Svarga after death, right? So it's again laws of karma do not leave any stone unturned. It has to happen. It has to bound to happen. It's our choice how we do it. Let's say in a particular janma, we chose to do certain kind of karmas, and for some reason we are not able to do that. Some accident, or maybe our life is shortened, or whatever happens. So in that case, the man is so much in pain, so much in regret that he or she could not finish the work. And that's why uh, killing oneself is considered very bad, because if we do that, it's the most horrific thing one can do. Even though we think that this life, this physical life, is worse, but if we end our life in that state, the next state is even horrific that we cannot even imagine. So that's why it is important to uh, do natural ways, face any situations, do not regret anything, and be happy. There is mind, so mind will be painful, mind will feel pain, but that is again uh, a process we have to go through. And if we have guru, if we have some faith, then that takes us very easily. Well, we are digressing too much. Yeah, so I'm going through that. So then arise the following questions. Does he who does not know ever reach that world on departing life? Or does he who knows Brahma ever reach that world after departing life? So same question. If I have that belief system that there is no Brahma, what will happen? Will I ever reach there after living this life? If I believe in Brahma, after leaving this body, will I reach there? That's the question. So in very next verse, there is an answer. Right. Oh, okay. Because this is from Yajurveda, Taittiriya Upanishad. It is part of Tittiri Shakha of Yajurveda. So Yajurveda is all about rituals. In rituals, there are certain sounds. So even though I tried to pronounce it correctly, I I'm not well versed. So there is one particular word, gachati, right? And after that, there is a symbol. So we need to say gachati, that kind of sound. Right. Intonations for rituals only. So, well, this is not Yajurveda, but still they kept those symbols. Yeah. And it is very, uh, if you listen to those sounds, it, it is very joyful. It creates something in ourselves. There are many YouTube videos. If you search Yajurveda or ritual, Yajurveda ritual, then those, let's say there are 7, 8 Brahmanas, they are doing all this. If you just listen, it really calms your mind, very peaceful. And those sounds, even though we do not understand the meaning, it still creates that effect on us. So even for kids, if you do this daily practice, when you wake up, nowadays we have phone or any other means, right? And go to YouTube and just start some Yajurveda or Rigveda video, maybe 30-minute video, and just keep playing with some medium level sound. So even though kids do not understand, even though we do not understand, just because of those sounds, that will create the atmosphere outside and within us. That is very important. So if we do that practice, it's very good. And also before sleeping or while sleeping. So turn on a particular video and go to sleep. So that will help everyone. Very good for kids. Next verse. So akamayat bahusyam praja yayeti स तपो अतप्यत स तपस्तप्त्वा इद सर्वमसृजत यदिदं किंच तत्सृष्ट्वा तदेवानुप्राविशत् तदनुप्रविश्य सच्च त्यक्ताभवत् निरुक्तं च निरुक्तं च निलयनं च निलयनं च विज्ञानं च विज्ञानं च सत्यं च नृतं च सत्यमभवत् यदिदं किंच तत् सत्यमित्याचक्षते तदप्येष श्लोको भवति इति षष्ठो अनुवाकः. Meaning, Brahma so desired, may I grow manifold, and therefore Brahma performed tapa. Having performed tapa, Brahma created everything, all there is. Having created it, Brahma entered it. Having entered it, Brahma became both the real, which is manifested, and the unreal, unmanifested, the defined and undefined. The proven or ashraya is proven and unproven, the known and the unknown, the true and the untrue. And so all of this, everything there is became satya or existence. But that is why all this is known as existent. There is the following shloka about it. Thus was the sixth Anuvaka. In a nutshell, Rishi is saying somebody leaves this body believing there is no Brahma. Somebody leaving this body, there is Brahma. Both are part of Brahma. Even though the others they do not believe, ultimately will reach Brahma, as we talked about, Atyantik Pralay. Or somebody who believes that there is Brahma, he or she will also reach Brahma, maybe faster. It's our choice. There is a story regarding this. Naradji, he was passing by and he saw a sadhu doing sadhana. He was passing by, sadhu saw Naradji. He woke up and do pranama and asked, Narad Muni, tell me how many lives I still have until I get liberated. Narad Muni said, 3 lives. So sadhu started crying. Oh, I'm doing all this sadhana and still 3 more births. Naradji went ahead. He met a farmer. Farmer was doing his chore. He saw Naradji, did pranam and asked, Narad Muni, how many births I have till I get liberated? Narad Muni said, look at that tree. Count all the leaves, those many lives. So farmer started dancing. Oh, only that much. So it's our belief system, what we believe. And but ultimately, uh, It's the journey that matters, how we take the journey. Right? Somebody might be running at a jet speed, somebody might be running at the bullock cart speed. Whether that jet speed person, if it does not, he or she does not enjoy that journey, doesn't matter. But that bullock cart person, each and every step, if he or she enjoys or understands what is happening, that is more important. Similarly, somebody would contradict, okay, Christians did not believe in all this, they just staying here, they just want to enjoy this life. Okay, it's their choice. Right? Just enjoy this life and be done. It's also up to you. But then you are stuck here until Atyantik Pralay. So that's a choice. Right. 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 Actually, this is not Brahma. This is Brahma. So Brahma is the creator God, but Brahma is above everything. Or rather call it Brahman. In English translation, Brahman is the word. But if you look at original Sanskrit, they always use Brahma. It's not Brahma. So that's the difference. So Brahma is everything, which is true, which is untrue, which is belief, which is non-belief, which is proven, non-proven, which is known, which is not known. Everything is Brahma. There is nothing without Brahma, is basically what Rishi is saying. So the answer is kind of indirect, but ultimately what he says is everything is Brahma. Believe or not, doesn't matter. But again, it's he did not mention. Maybe further we'll see. But ultimately, it's the choice whether you believe or not, and the journey you want to take. Yeah. Right. Right. Correct. Correct. Right. Yes. Yes. They still believe that there is one God, and ultimately God will come at doomsday and will liberate. So they'll be in that state. And if somebody doesn't believe in anything, somebody who doesn't believe in God at all, that's fine. After leaving, maybe they'll just keep floating, don't know. But they'll be happy in that state also if they chose to. So it really doesn't matter. So basically, whatever we believe, ultimately what Rishi says that whatever you believe is not the only truth, is not the only topmost thing in this world, except all paths lead to thee. Ultimately, everything is Brahma, right? So we cannot say that that guy is on wrong path or this guy is in right path. We cannot say that. Both are true, both are correct. And great example, very latest, just 100 years ago, not even, no, more than that, 150 years. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa. Right? So even though somebody say Jesus never existed, there is no evidence. Somebody would say Muhammad never got message from Allah. It was his whimsical mind. Right? But Ramakrishna Paramahansa, he did sadhana of Islam, he did sadhana of Christianity, and he had sakshatkar, the ultimate God on those paths. And again, all the various sects of Sanatana, he also did those sadhana, and he could reach to the end. And ultimately, he said everything is the same. It's the same well. When Hindu takes water out of it, it's jal. When Muslim, pani. When Christian, it's water. But ultimately, Brahma is that. So nobody is above anything. That's the wrong notion. But problem in last 1,000 years is because our Bharatiya society, our belief system, we accepted all the paths and they took advantage of that. They converted many of us, right, and killed many of us. because we did not resist, because we thought, okay, they are also in their path, they are also searching Brahma. If we take this Anuvaka, this is what it says, right? So we accept all of them, but their motive was different. They wanted to convert, and basically if don't convert, then kill. And that's why we have to resist. Okay, you may be right, but don't interfere in what I do. We, at least we should have created that limit, that shield. We should have resisted at that time. But maybe it's Yug Prabhav, this was to happen, so that we can wake up and at least add one step. If Rishi had written here, but protect your belief.
But what you were saying was what Ramakrishna Paramahansa said all the same.
Right.
But and also what you said this verse means is to believe is not the only way.
Right.
But there is only one best one. There is one. I would say best way is that you reincarnate, shed your karma,
Yes. Yes.
and get salvation
Correct.
rather
Correct.
than being stuck here.
Exactly. Exactly.
So that I would think is the correct solution. So the other ones lead you to like dead ends or like
Right. Right. So it's
like all you said Narka also.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it is. I see it this way. Uh, if we compare an ant, right, an ant walking, the world of that ant is just two-dimensional. There is a ball, right? Ant wants to travel on that ball, that sphere, and want to reach the other end. It will take that curvature, right? That path. But for the ant, the path is straight. Even though the ant's belief system is right, we look at it and we say, okay, there is a shortest path, diagonal, right? It don't take curvature, take a diagonal path. Then it is a shorter path. So our reality is true, ant's belief system is also true. It's just the choice. So as we evolve more and more. We know how to dissolve karma. We know how to find a shorter path, how to find a straight path. Right. Right.
They don't shed their karma at all.
Correct. Correct. So they are just waiting. Right. Yes, if they are lucky enough in this life, or they will just stay, and ultimately there is atyantik pralay. In that, evolved, unevolved, everything will be dissolved and become Brahma. So probably they are waiting for that. That's the doomsday. So, but that's the biggest problem, that we know that this is a better path, but we do not impose on others. Okay, you are happy, I don't have any problem. We do not try to tell the ant, okay, don't go or don't take curvature path. The shorter path is this. We let it do its job. But when with that ant, when we are going straight, that ant bites us, we should have resisted. No, you do your job, let me do mine. So, and that's what I think the current times people have woken, that they have started resisting. Whatever you do, it's your business. Whatever I do is my business. Don't interfere. Sri Krishna said that clearly in Bhagavad Gita, but we did not follow that. Dharmo rakshati rakshita. Right? So when you take care of dharma, the dharma takes care of you. That means indirectly what he said is shield your dharma, shield your belief system. But we took it different way. So uh, if we would have resisted at that time, if you look at all our gods, right, and goddesses, all those forms, they always have shastra, astra or shastra with them. But when Mahmud Ghazni invaded Somnath, what all the Brahmanas did. The story is They did not resist. They just encircled the area and said, Mahadeva, protect us. Mahadeva is not going to come and protect all of you unless you do your dharma rakshati rakshita. Unless you protect your dharma, dharma is not going to protect you. They should have learned Shastra Vidya, Astra Vidya and resisted. They were just bare hands, doing nothing. Got killed. Yeah. So unfortunate story, and we should have. Well, we are digressing too much, but if you look at history in last 2000 years, Jainism and Buddhism, they kind of took forefront, right? Sanatana went backward in those days. I'm talking about Maurya Empire and all those times. So we became like Buddha. We became like Jain. Ahimsa Paramo Dharma. That is correct. Ahimsa Paramo Dharma. Only when Dharmo Rakshati Rakshita. So we left everything. We did not teach our kids Shastra Vidya, Astra Vidya. So they did not know how to fight back. So ultimately we perished. So the kids, they must know or they must learn how to use weapons, right? And we have a sword in our home, so ready to roll anytime. And even we take our kids to shooting range, they at least know how to fire. So they all must be equipped. They all must know. They should have training to fight back. Even though it is never going to be used, but who knows in future, right? So we must be ready. So guys need to learn how to do shooting. There are many shooting ranges around. Sorry to say all this in front of camera, but I think it is important that we Sanatanis learn how to resist, how to protect ourselves. We don't want our uh, daughters, mothers to be disregarded again, right? It was very unfortunate 1,000 years of history. We couldn't do much. We just survived. So our ancestors, our grandfather, great grandfather, we must bow down to them every day because of them we are still Sanatanis. Otherwise we would have been Muslims, right? Or Christians. So must thank them. So, yes, somehow they escaped. Yeah. When we hear all those horrible stories, it's very tough times. I was just telling my wife 4 or 5 days back that we are in a very good time. If I go out from house every day, there is a surety that I will come back. But just 100 years back, it wasn't a surety. If I leave home, whether I will come back at home evening, not sure. It, it was that tough life. But nowadays, we must thank God who is within us, within everywhere, that we are living in fortunate times. Still, there are some parts of the world where the problems are still there, but majority of the things are better. So we are living in kind of a better yuga than Kali Yuga. So one thing I want to say, tapa. Tapa is what? So Brahma did tapa, and because of tapa, everything is created. Tapa meaning restraint or certain rules to follow. Brahma was everywhere, Brahma was everything. But if you confine to a particular area or confine to a small uh, rules or repetition, that creates the universe, that created everything. And that is the start of the Srishti. Now, see, Brahma is existence as well as non existence. You can compare that as there is Sakara Brahma and Nirakara Brahma. So there is matter and there is antimatter. There is energy and there is dark energy. There is dark matter, dark energy, which we cannot detect, but they are still in existence. So they are kind of non-existence for us, but still they are Brahma. So the duality, I would say, the duality ultimately is Brahma. So when we talk about why there are so many forms in Sanatan, because there are Brahma is everywhere. Whoever chose a particular form, that becomes Brahma. If we call somebody on phone, we do video call, right? But we know that that person who we connect to is not the same as the phone. The phone is just the medium, the form is just the medium. Ultimately we are connecting to somebody else via that. So if Murti is there, Durga Murti, Mahalakshmi Murti, Shri Krishna Murti, Rama Murti, whatever the Murti is, or Shivalinga, they are just the form, a medium connecting to Brahma, the ultimate reality. So we'll end here. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः